Hey guys, this is Kazil, or as some of you know me, Uncle Steve. Um, anyway, one of the things I've wanted to do for a long time is do a YouTube channel on Minecraft. Uh, I've wanted to do it because I feel like I have some unique ideas, some unique perspectives, and some pretty interesting builds that I've done in the past. I won't repeat any of those, but I think I've got some creativity that I can share that you would appreciate. Also, I feel like I have a pretty solid knowledge of the game, so uh, going to create a couple things here. So I don't know if you noticed, I switched that to allow cheats on because the first thing I do when I get into a game is turn mob griefing off. I don't enjoy um, creepers destroying the stuff that I've built, especially when they blow up super expensive machines. So anyway, we're gonna let this download here, and I guess I can start going through. This is a mod pack that I put together for Minecraft's 1.10.2 version. Um, so one of the first things that I'd like to talk about is some of the background mods that I've got downloaded. I've got biomes aplenty, so there's going to be some unique biomes that you'll see. There's realistic terrain generation, which takes the terrain and makes it more realistic. And then there's realistic foliage, which turns kind of these trees into like an octagon, but kind of makes them look a little bit more round than square, you know. And then the better foliage also adds like this extra um, fluff to the leaves. So they look a little bit more round. Anyway, so one of the first things I like to do is find some sheep, and we're gonna look for those here real quick. I'll cut down maybe one of these little trees and get crafting station going. Um, so I know a few of you watching don't play modded Minecraft, and that's totally cool. This is definitely modded, and because that's the only way I like to play Minecraft anymore, and that's just that's just me. Because modded Minecraft has everything vanilla Minecraft has in it, but more, which is why I play it. So sometimes the mod makers just make a bunch of really awesome quality of life fixes. All right. So yeah, as I go, I'm gonna just kind of explain to you what I'm doing. If I forget to do that, be sure to let me know, and I'll explain in the next video as best I can what's been going on. So, or why I did what I did. This sheep is like the Rocky of sheeps. It can take a hit. All right. So one of the first things you'll notice here is I'm going to make a crafting grid, or a crafting table, right? And then I'm going to take that crafting table and put it back into my crafting grid and make a crafting station. This is a station from Tinker's Construct. And I'll show you why I'm doing that here. I'll just give an explanation, or kind of a side-by-side comparison. So this is Maplewood. This is new. This is from Natura, another kind of what I would call a background mod. Just fills the game with cool looking things, like all this is biomes aplenty. Yeah, and you'll notice the grass here. That's not grass. This is grass, right? And when I break that, it turns into whatever, maybe nothing. But then this is just like, I think this is better foliage doing this, but it gives the grass, even when you cut the grass, just a short. It's not just a flat block. So I think it looks really good. Okay, so let's demonstrate why I make a crafting station and how the crafting station compares to the crafting table. Okay, it's really simple. So I come in here and I have my wood here and my planks here, and if I leave that, it drops it on the ground, right? It's not left in there. Well, the crafting station from Tinker's Construct, I can do that. I can walk away and it leaves whatever I have put in there left in there, right? And it also displays it here up on top. So if I take this out and I put in and I make my bed, right, it's got that on there. That's pretty cool, huh? Alright, next thing to do is get some tools. And so I'm going to chop down a couple more trees, and then I probably have enough. I don't know if I want to settle here. I'd like to do some so if you notice up here in my top right hand corner of the screen, there's a mini map up there. That's a journey map. That's one of the mods. And if I hit J for journey map on my keyboard, it gives me a full screen, and I can zoom in and out, and kind of these squares here are the different chunks. The red dots are hostile mobs, and the white ones are passive mobs, so they could be wolves or sheep or cows or chickens. You don't know what they are until you get close enough. So if I wanted to come over here into this chunk over here, these two chunks are like have tons of mobs, so I won't go that direction. But yeah, I can zoom out and take a big look at what this is. You can kind of tell here this is some terrain elevation changes. So you've got kind of flat along here, and then it kind of goes up till I got mountain peak. So if I go south from where I'm at now, I should see a mountain right here. So yeah, let's just head south. I know that I've got water north of me. Probably isn't much west or east. So let's just head south as best we can. So up here in this corner, if you look in the middle, there's a little blue dot, and it's kind of got a little cone shape depending on where I'm pointing. So right now I'm facing where that little cone is, a little point. That's where I'm facing. So that's north, and if I turn all the way around, it's got a little pointer is facing south. So that means I'm facing south. So we're gonna run down here and kind of see. Now this right here, this is poison ivy. If I step onto it, it damages me and it poisons me. Gives me a little short poison, so I'm gonna break that. I don't like it. I'm not gonna kill any cows right now. I'm not gonna really try not to kill any wildlife, but I will try and pick up some seeds. I got some seeds here. So this podzol here, you can make podzol in Minecraft, but kind of what whoever put these I think it'd be Biomes of Plenty. This is supposed to be like, you know, if you're under a tree, there's a bunch of leaves, and there's maybe a little bit of grass growing out of in between the leaves or something. That's kind of what this is supposed to be for, and it looks really cool. I like the effect. So we'll just keep going here. But yeah, you'll notice there's that elevation change that I was talking about right here. See? If we look at our map, this is me. That's the direction I'm looking. This has a little elevation right there. It's kind of nice. We have, I don't know how many mods I have in here. Quite a few. And they all do something different. They all do, you know, something technical or something magical or something, just quality of life, some fun stuff, you know. So, okay, so I'm seeing beach on my right. If I look on the mini-map up there, I see beach on my right. And so I'm going to kind of, I mean, that looks pretty, but I don't think I want to live right next to a birch forest. Birch is definitely beautiful. But if I can, I'd like to find a dark oak tree forest. Let's make sure I've got this on normal. I do. Okay. So this is, I mean, a beach house would be awesome. I'm not lying. That would be really cool. But you know, a lot of Minecraft is setting up in a good spot, finding where you want to go. Now these little berries here, these are from Biomes of Plenty. If I right click on them, it gives me a berry. See how I've got like 2 hunger down? So I'm gonna grab a few of these. Now each of these gives me a little half a haunch of hunger. So if I eat it, see that? I ate 4 of them and got my hunger back, or hunger bar filled up. So as I go through this birch forest, I'll probably just pick these. That way I have, you know, it's not like great sustenance. It won't last forever. It won't give me very good satiation. And I don't know if you know about Minecraft's satiation, but as you eat, certain things give seemingly more, like it seems like it takes longer for you to get hungry. And there's a mechanic in the game, like if you were to imagine your hunger bar had a second hunger bar over top of it, you just can't see it. That would be what's called your satiation bar. So let's say that you're down half a haunch and you eat a piece of steak, a cooked steak. Well, that gives you 4 or 5, or I don't remember what it is, satiation. So that would fill your hunger bar up, and then it would fill your satiation bar, your second hunger bar up to about 4 or 5. And then as you do stuff, it would tick down, that second bar would tick down until it got to 0, and then it would start taking away your hunger. So that's a mechanic in vanilla Minecraft that I kind of wish more mods would. I had a mod that showed that, and it was really handy. Maybe I'll try looking for one. Well, we may be on an island. I mean, if you look, I'm looking right at on my map there. I'm looking at sand. Oh, there we go. Different biome. Ooh, look at that. Big mountain. Look at that thing. So this would be the realistic world terrain generation going on here. I think. I'm making that huge mountain. So let's see. Let's go. Yeah, I like this. Let's go this way. Ooh, I don't have anything to harvest that with. Now we're in Extreme Hills. Now, if you know about Extreme Hills in vanilla Minecraft, that's where you get your emeralds. So, I'll have to remember this. Huge mountain. Also, I mean, naturally you could find villagers and trade with them. Yeah. I'm just gonna keep going here. I've got some food with me. Eat that down. One thing I do like about these berries is that they eat rather quickly. So it's not like you're having to wait too long to get half a haunch of food repaired. So while we're going here, while I'm looking for stuff, I'm gonna go through a couple of these other mod packs and just kind of explain to you what they are. Ooh, I thought that was a desert. I was kind of excited for a second. Floating island. Now, this is another thing from Tinker's Construct, which generally is a tool and weapon mod. Oh, that'd be cool if that one had purple underneath it. So this one has green underneath it, and what happens is there's a pool up there on top of that, and slimes spawn in the pools, and they jump off the sides, and they jump down here and go splat, and break up into tinier. Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead and skip this nighttime. I don't feel like fighting anybody. I was a little slow. Yeah, anyway. So this one, oh, it's got green. That's okay. Or blue. That's fine. Ooh, if these are dark oak, then I'm putting down right here. I think they're spruce. Yeah, they're spruce. Bummer. See? These little guys, glitched out a little bit. They're little blue slimes, you know? They're not like vanilla green slimes. But it works just the same. No, yeah, spruce wood. Well, we're just gonna keep going. Now that I have some east here, I'm gonna start going east, just a little bit. All right, so as I look on the next one, I've got Deep Resonance is the next thing on my list. Now, Deep Resonance is a mod that lets you create and perfect like energy crystals, and you can burn these energy crystals for power. So power things, energy, you know, like electricity. That comes with a couple other mods made by the same mod author, RF Tools. And RF Tools is, despite its name, not really much about tools. It's about generating RF and doing some really cool things. Yeah. And there's some create dimensions and create other worlds and go to these other worlds. It's really cool. I really like this big open area here. I'll probably settle down here. All these trees around it. It's really pretty. Yeah, so so then the next thing I have is what's called a light level overlay. This would be a quality of life. It really doesn't do much other than show you what the light level is. So if I were to put down a torch right here, torch gives off a light level of 16. So the blocks surrounding it would be 15, 14, 13, all the way down to 0 again. So if the number on the ground says 7 or less, you know that a mob can spawn there. So, yeah, you could put another torch down to kind of prevent that. That's real handy when you're trying to figure out where the spawn spots are in your buildings or whatever. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So now that centers it on me. That's what that does. And if I look kind of over here, there's the mountains, kind of like a little forest. I guess let's keep heading south. I want to follow kind of this biome line right here. And keep talking more about... Ooh, next one on the list is mechanism. Now, my dad knows a lot about mechanism. We spent Christmas together going over the mechanism and building all the stuff, and I think he's still having fun with that. Mechanism is fantastic because it has a pretty incredible power generation system, even more so than like the Deep Resonance. It's just completely different. It's a different mod. It has it has a great ore duplication. So like, let's say you take a piece of iron ore and you stick that piece of iron ore in a furnace, you just get 1 ingot, right? Well, mechanism, it's got different ways to turn that into 2 or more, as many as 5 ingots, 5 iron ingots from 1 iron ore. That's pretty crazy, and it's pretty fun. It's not easy to do. There's a lot of steps, but it's worth it. And at the same time, so while you're going through building all your ore duplication, you've got the different power requirements to run all the machines, and that's just fun for me, doing all that. The next thing on the list would be, there's a couple I'm just kind of skipping over, just because talking about them like doesn't really explain what they do. I'll just show you later. Okay, so then there's Wayla, right? So this box that's up on top here, you've probably seen it, and I just have been so used to using it that I didn't even notice it. When you point your cursor at something, it tells you what it is, whether it's harvestable, and what tool you should use to harvest it, and then lastly, the blue there is what mod it's from. So this is from vanilla, we'll call Minecraft, and you'll notice there, what was it? Here. So that's from Natura, right? It's eucalyptus leaves. It's harvestable, doesn't necessarily have a specific tool. This requires an axe, of course. So if you're wondering whether something can be harvested, you just point your cursor at it and it'll tell you. Ooh, pumpkins. No way. Lucky me. Okay. It's a little bit of lag, it's okay. Well, I feel like I'm heading into snow, and I'm not a big fan of snow. I think it'd be cool to build like an ice castle or something in there, but not really my style. Should we go through it? It's kind of pretty though. Look at that. It's like you could ski down the slope. Alright, one of the other things, I'm just going to head back. Yeah, there's like a little glacier up here, that'd be cool. I'm going to head back around over here. Okay, the last one I haven't told you about is a mod called Botania. Botania uses flowers to generate mana. Mana is then used by other flowers or contraptions, tools, weapons, armor, to do stuff, do cool stuff. So I really am excited about that, and so I'm going to be using that a lot to do like personal strength stuff. So like, get myself pretty cool weapons, pretty cool armor, and then also have something called Draconic Evolution. Now that has a next level, like just crazy power storage, and I hope I get into that. It's kind of one of those things that takes a little bit to get into. It's kind of expensive, but once I have mechanism going where I have quite a bit of ore duplication and a good decent way to find ores and special resources, then we'll get into that. And I think that would be kind of like a next step from Botania. Look at this. So I'm going from extreme hills to, I think this would be like a glacier, maybe. Ice plains, yeah. Look at polar bear. I've never seen a polar bear. This is vanilla. And as long as I don't get too close, he'll get mad at me. Fat little tail. Alright, we're gonna leave him alone. That's cool. He's got they sometimes will have baby cubs with them, and then I think they're hostile after that. So I just picked that flower because it's kind of an important flower for Botania. Yeah, you know what? I think we're gonna go back to these plains right here and settle down here. There's a lot of flat-ish areas, and these could provide for some pretty cool shapes for buildings. You know, not necessarily following them specifically, but I mean, look at this. I have several chunks that are on flat area. Like right here, this is probably where I'll put my home, in these 4 chunks. So I'll probably set up like a little fence around there, light it up, and then we'll just develop our community in there. So let me go over there, and how far do I have to go? Yeah, not too far. I don't really have much else to explain for the videos. Oh, I forgot about Ender.io. Ender.io's got some really cool, and I'll show you about that when I get into it. It's really cool item transportation and fluids and stuff like that. It can do some pretty cool things. Also, it has the capability of creating kind of mob spawners. So you take a mob spawner, a natural mob spawner you find out in the wild somewhere. So like a blaze spawner, for example, real easy to find. You just find a nether fortress, and you go and you break the spawner. You know how in vanilla Minecraft, if you break the spawner, it will destroy it. Well, with Ender.io installed, it doesn't break it. It doesn't destroy it. It just fractures it, so it doesn't work anymore. And then if you want it to work again, what you have to do is you have to infuse it with kind of like the essence of a mob that you want it to start spawning. So let's say that we wanted to have it continue to be a blaze spawner. Well, then I would go kind of capture a blaze, so to speak, and infuse that into the spawner again, and then I can put that down kind of anywhere I want. And that uses power, so like the power I was talking about from these other mods that generate it, to spawn stuff instead of just letting it go naturally. It's kind of neat. So then I can change a blaze spawner into like a skeleton spawner, or even a wither skeleton spawner, stuff like that. So alright, so I'm gonna get kind of set up here, and now that we found our home, I know that I've got extreme hills right here, so I can go find my emeralds here. I've got water. I've got a little marsh over here. You didn't really see that. I didn't show that to you. I will probably at some point. Lily pads and other neat things are usually found in a marsh. Witches, so you can start, you can get gold, you can get whatever else they drop. And then down here, we've got a plethora of snow. Snow and ice. So if I wanted to make like an ice generator or something, I could do that down there. And we're pretty decently close to these 2 slime spawners, so we could have some fun with some slimes. And I definitely will go exploring more at some point. I kind of feel like if I followed this around, maybe it would do something, maybe not. Anyway, I'm gonna get a house built, and then I'll come back next episode and I'll kind of show you how I start when I play Minecraft. Is there a little cave here? That would be perfect if this was like a little cave. Sweet. Okay. Yep, I'm gonna settle down here. This is gonna be my backyard, so to speak. And yeah. Anyway, see you guys later. Thanks for watching.